lost you. Hey everybody, how's it going today? Hey everybody, how's it going today? John here with Hooks Mr. Chains, Jessica SMC over there, Lana over there, Crafty Annie, and JoJo.
Hey
Hello.
everyone.
Hey, everybody.
How's
I'm not
everybody doing?
seeing chat right now because I'm over at Mishi's, but when she's done, I'll turn on the chat on the other one.
That's okay. That's okay. We'll tell you
Absolutely.
who's here. Trey's here.
Congratulations,
Lana,
Mandy.
Well, I'm just
Lana's
gonna
here.
say hi to everyone in the chat. How's
Congratulations.
that?
I
Jeanette's
can't
here.
believe Mandy
Angela,
won my mystery box.
Hey, Niecy.
I
Oh,
know,
that's a
right?
pretty.
It's awesome.
Yeah?
That was so cool.
That is a pretty yarn.
What?
That is. And I apologize for my lagging, but I'm lagging
Yeah.
because I'm double duty. Well, no, there's a lot of devices on it. So I'm lagging.
I'm-
Did you see what yarn that was?
I don't have
Where?
volume on.
Well, she just showed
I
it. I didn't
mean,
see it.
oh, it's very colorful. It looks like
It's a
like a
Malabrago.
like a crayon box. There you go. It's like the
Malabrago because the
crayon
word is
box
real.
just looks like a crayon box just exploded in colors.
Place I used to buy my
Hey,
Malabrigo from went out of business.
Who won?
well, you just order it online now, directly through them.
Hi,
Hi,
Connie.
everybody in chat and on the
Oh
panel. Hello.
no, because Matt said Matt gave me the cheaper place to buy it at.
Oh yeah. It's a
Matt said
Rito. Okay.
Matt said the cheaper place to buy it was. Oh, I didn't save it. Yeah, I'll ask Matt for the website that he gets his from. 'Cause it's actually 10% cheaper than Malabrago from their website.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to have a yarn shop called Luke's, and
Was that Mary?
hit stars.
I think that was Mary's Crafty Corner that just won that one.
I thought that was Moonlight Tracy.
Oh, I didn't see.
That was a long name.
I'm a little flurry.
See.
Something crochet corner. Margie.
God's desire for me, said Jessica. I received my package. Thank you.
It was Mouse's Crochet Corner.
Yep.
Oh, Mouse's.
Yeah, I don't know them.
No, not familiar with Mouse's Crochet Corner.
That's those people that always join in. Is anybody else's chat moving? Mine's like dead right now. It hasn't moved at all.
Mine's moving. Congrats, Chris, on your win, and Joe.
Yes.
Thank you.
And Joe.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
Congratulations, Joe, on your win.
Oh yeah, John.
Thank you. Do I have to hold you all night like a baby and rock you?
Okay, I need to
You said so-
restart. I just need to redo it because my chat's not moving
Okay.
at all. I'll be back in 1 second.
Okay.
Motorboat's so content just letting me rock her like a baby. I'm patting her little. I'm just patting her right there on the hip a little bit, and she's just like in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
She's happy. Are you happy? Yeah.
I lost after 10 minutes.
Or do you need
Hey,
something?
Jesse.
Snuggles? Do you need some snuggles?
Hey, Liz. Hey, Mara. Need to hang up for a few before I have to head to bed. All right. Well, thank you for choosing your bedtime dream desires with us.
Yeah, and then when she goes to sleep, she'll be dreaming about all of us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's okay. Okay.
Hey,
Kind of
Jesse.
scary. That might be a nightmare.
Hey, Chris K. No.
Hey, Jesse.
Hey,
What
Jesse,
package?
Chris
Did you send
K,
her a package? What'd you
Ooh.
get?
Mara.
Which
What? Arm?
doggy life? Doggy life.
Doggy life.
Hey, doggy life.
Thank you for
Hey,
coming in.
hey,
Hey,
Greg.
Oh, they must have something aqua. I didn't see it.
it's another Drago or whatever the heck that was.
Rio's.
The same
The
kind of
Rio
yarn as before.
Malabrigo.
Yeah, yeah, Rio. Yeah, Rio.
Yeah, that one. That one
Hey,
right there.
yeah.
That
Uh,
looks,
Jessica, read your messenger. I need to answer. Goodbye.
that looks gray to me.
Bonnie says, check your
Okay.
messenger. Chris K says she has a deal for you that she'll email you about. What?
Love it. Love it. The answer is yes, Chris. I'm pretty sure.
What's
I
everybody working
answered.
on? What are you guys doing?
I'm
I'm
I'm working on a
crocheting.
BLT.
my new hat.
I'm
My
working
next
on a hat.
Working on a BLT.
And then a
I'm
hat.
working on the other
A
half of
new
the
hat. A new hat.
kitchen I bought. It is
I'm
now
working on a sun bunny.
yeah. That's looking
Yeah,
good,
look how big my
Jess.
hat is now. Look how big my hat is now.
Cool.
I need to get a hattican or a mannequin that's a head, a hattican.
I've got 3 of them.
Yeah,
What's it called?
I got 3 plastic ones coming in. A mannequin head. I got 3 plastic ones coming in. I think they were like 283 on Amazon. They were cheaper than
Yeah,
the
they're
styrofoam
cheap.
ones.
Hey, Mona.
Hey, Mona, welcome in.
Hey,
Yeah,
Mona.
I see them. I see them on Temu.
Is she doing the last one now?
I
She's
don't know
in
if it's
chat.
the last one or
Her,
not.
welcome in. Hey, Catherine.
She said on the
Hi,
last
guys.
one everybody could enter. Okay,
Oh, and
I'm
this
gonna.
is a
Oh,
this is an
Catherine won too.
organic cotton. Ooh, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Catherine, Catherine, what did you win over at Mishi's? You won something at Mishi's, didn't you?
Yeah, I think she won some patterns, Chinese patterns.
Yeah, the
Oh
other
yeah.
Connie, not
Right,
me.
Connie's patterns.
Yeah, just another stitch kind of.
Tracy. Hey, Tracy.
But I have
Hey
to.
Tracy.
Hey, Trace,
Thank you, Tracy.
I've got to do laundry as well.
The word's donut if anyone wants that cotton.
She
I
spelled
do.
donut wrong.
I know.
The do
I
not.
switched it. I spelt it like they used to spell it in a little donut shop in the town I used to live in.
Oh, you mean you spelled it properly rather than do not. You spelled it donut.
Exactly. Exactly. Was that you she's talking to?
I guess.
Probably.
I don't know.
Yeah. I did it the same way the first time.
Sorry,
Congratulations.
Like Greg,
loud.
you're colder than I am. I'm at least at 34. You're 29. Unbelievable. Catherine, wrong chat. Don't spell that.
Feels good.
Kimberly, somebody or another.
So close again.
Yep.
So I know Lana's working on she's trying to stitch together with somebody.
Here in a few, I'm gonna finish up my hat. I've got maybe about 3 inches left on it.
I've got half
That's a
my
big sum.
hat
Lana, you're
left.
muted though, but that's a pretty big somebody. What
I'm
is that?
crocheting the body. I've already got the
Aw.
head done. Let's see. I've already got the head done with the little eyes because they're supposed to have bigger eyes, and I've got the ears and the arms and the legs. I have all the pieces to put it together as soon as I get the body done. I've got 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 ears,
Catherine says, "Who
and a
has a quick,
head.
easy beanie pattern?" Oh, so Catherine, if you just go into YouTube and just type in "quick, easy beanie pattern free," type that in, and like lots of them will come up. Bag Day has lots of them
Yeah, Bag O'Day has
right off the bat.
one. That she has
Brago
one
Day,
called
MJ, MJ off the hook has a couple free ones. Brianna K has some free ones. They're nice looking beanies too.
Bag O'Day has one called Back to Basics Beanie. Super easy. It's the first beanie I ever did. It was super easy.
Was
I
it
didn't
super
know I
super
could
easy?
ever make hats. But yeah, there you go. She got me started on hats.
Bonnie, I can print it at work, so I will print it tomorrow. But I'll look over it here in a little bit.
But I'm sure there's lots of hat
What's
patterns
so
out there that are easy. Bag
This
O'Day,
one
what's so
I
secretive?
she goes
this one I
slow
created.
and very easy to understand. I don't know if Creative Grandma does hats. She goes super slow. Super slow. Way too slow. But she mostly does like stitches or blankets, poncho shawls. I don't remember her ever doing a hat. Cynthia Joyful Creations or something, whatever that was.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what it was.
Something fun.
That's helpful.
Thanks, John. I want to make a few to send to K and K Crochet. Crochet.
You got ants in your
I
pants or
know.
something, John?
Why?
Because you can't sit still. You're like dancing around like you got to pee or something.
No, I went poop earlier and I didn't wipe all the way.
Oh my God.
Oh, gross.
John.
Who am I?
No, I don't have ants in my pants. Got will nuts.
There you go, John. There's a pink crochet hook for you.
Oh, to match my shawl.
Cynthia won that one.
If I ever get it, if I ever send it to you. That's an Omni, I think.
Yes,
Or
Cynthia won that one.
am I that far behind?
I don't. Well, she was showing it after because she got to pick which one she wanted, and so she pulled it out and showed her.
We are
Now
Oh,
still
she's going to
family
do another
friendly.
one.
We are still family friendly, right?
Always.
What? Yeah.
It would be good to talk about chocolate covered ants, right?
Oh,
We'll put it
John,
this
you're
way.
up to
I'm
your
pretty sure we all have
shenanigans
grandchildren.
again.
No, we don't all have grandchildren here.
You're up to your shenanigans again.
We don't all have grandchildren here, but we've all dealt with children like that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Annie, will I ever see you on camera? She was on this afternoon. She was showing off her beanie she finished.
Who was asking that?
Weren't
Doggy
you?
life. Yeah, she's
Dog
got
life.
her.
Oh, oh, okay. And I don't go on camera very often. Just depends.
I used to do it all the time. I don't do it so much right
Depends.
now.
Depends whether she just got out of the shower or she's on the way out the door.
Enchanted Cindy won that one.
You
But
talking
she
about
gets
me?
to choose.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I showed up just in my towel one day. I didn't realize I was on camera. I did not until John said, Joe? What? Oh shit.
Joe, Joe, how many tattoos do you have?
Well, you saw one. I'm sure.
Congrats, Mandy,
Herbert,
on your win over at Mishi's.
and
Totally
Yeah,
Herb
that's
got
sucked.
out
awesome.
his
well, you
magnifying
because
glass.
you were in here.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey, welcome in.
Looks like she's doing another furls.
She's got like 4 different ones that she's doing drawings for. You get to pick which one you want.
Oh, okay. If it wasn't green, that'd be pretty.
Yeah. The teal ombre.
Yeah. I think the one I got was like almost like a pink or something, or pinkish. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I'm not keeping it, so it doesn't matter.
I don't have a single one of those um
No.
pearls
No,
or
I
anything that
told
like
John he
that.
could have it though, or I'd give it to you. I already promised it.
No, it's okay. I'm totally okay with that.
See,
I have a wooden
I
one
wouldn't mind
somewhere.
trying, everything out.
Yeah. I have a wooden one somewhere. It's in my room in a box somewhere because I didn't like
Find the
it.
wrong.
You know, it's
Donna
not in your.
A.
No, it's not. It's not in your box. It's an A box. If I ever come across it, somebody could have that one. The black one, I'm undecided on that one. It's just I like it, but it's heavy.
Yeah, I don't like heavy.
But as I was telling John earlier, I want to try the one that I got because it's a metal one.
Mhm.
And if I like that one, maybe I'll just send him the black one.
Yeah. Ooh.
Doubtful, but I think the one I won's way too small. But
Lisa says she's
it's just,
working on a scarf. I'm working on a hat. Herb's working on scroll saw patterns. Tracy says she'll take your hook.
I'm not working on anything.
Tracy, just you mind yours, okay?
Working on a hat, Lisa.
Oh, no, I like that one. but she picked it. That is beautiful.
I think that's
Yeah,
like the
that's
one
very
I
pretty.
just got.
Hmm.
I think it was like a rosish color, yeah, kind of pinkish.
Yeah, that's a rose gold.
I could always ask her if she has any substitutions for a bigger hook.
Hmm.
I thought she said that was a J.
No, for the one that I got, because the yarn I got came with a hook that goes with it, and it's this really tiny yarn.
I thought she said that was a J.
No, I don't think so.
No, it was like a four
Yeah, I don't
millimeter.
remember.
I think she said a 4 millimeter.
I don't know. I'd have to go back and listen. And don't forget if you want to do the replay, the word's daffodil.
Right.
That's right. Thank you for that.
Daffodil.
Yeah.
Daffodil.
What are those she's showing?
Not to be confused with daffodil.
Hook
Oh,
cases,
that's
maybe?
the cases with the crochet hook in them.
They kind of look like recorder cases.
No, they got crochet hooks in them.
My sister got in trouble for spinning a
She just
yarn
said
and
dark
lying
blue.
about what it was really up
Ooh,
That's
That's
pretty.
that
pretty.
one
That's
looks
pretty.
big.
It's
H
they're
hook.
wooden. They're wooden though.
Is it a Nelson Wood?
Yeah, but
It's wood.
they're lacquered though, so they're
Smooth.
And it's an H hook,
Yep.
so a 5 millimeter.
My husband just came home from the viewing to my daughter's house, and he said he saw a ton of his old uh, jailer cop friends that he worked with.
Oh,
Some of them he hasn't seen in 20 years or 18 years, 19 years.
yeah. How's your granddaughter doing?
She's not
Yeah.
dealing with it right now. She's just not.
Hey, Delia. Hey, Lydia.
Yeah, she kind of
Hey
checked
guys.
out.
What?
Is she kind of checked out for now?
Yep.
Yeah.
She so much has been going on in her life that she's just not dealing with it right now. 'Cause her
Yeah.
school is closing down. She quit her job. She's having a lot of issues. She's been talking to her therapist a lot.
Yeah.
And she keeps telling me she needs me.
Oh.
She even told her mom because her mom tried to, you know, give her comfort. She said, "Mom, I just need my nana."
Well,
So
can she come to you for a little
no,
bit?
she's right in the middle of school,
Oh.
and she knows what school she's going to next year, and uh she's been
Morrowind, that.
Morrowind.
yeah,
Wow.
she's been going over to the school, and she's been uh what's the word? I'm trying to find it. She's trying to get into like the magicals. She's trying to get in the drama and all that.
Uh-huh.
And she's
Theater.
got theater, but the magicals is
Performing arts.
singing. Yeah, well, she's in performing arts school. It's closing down. and
Oh,
they're moving it to 50 miles away or 60 miles away, which is way too far. So she's going into a regular school, but they've got a really good one of the best programs for a regular school in the state. So she's auditioning, is what she's doing for different of these things. She'll get in. I'm sure she will. Hi, Lydia. But the sad part is that she's only going to be a junior next year, and the performing arts schools helps them get placed in a college for performing arts, and then they help
Oh,
them. Then they help them get in callbacks and stuff onto Broadway.
oh, nice.
Yeah, she's got a lot of friends that's already graduated the last couple of years. That's already on Broadway. Some of them went straight to Broadway, and there's a lot of students that she doesn't know, but did graduate there that's on Broadway. She's an amazing singer. I don't know how many of you I showed or you heard her voice, but she's a good actress too. And dancing, she's not as good at, but the singing and the acting, she is. Rudy's over there too.
Mm-hmm. Getting himself in trouble.
Yep,
oh, is he?
yep.
What? $20 towards Don Yard? Oh, Don Yardo. This is Don Aaron.
Mm. I even asked her once about because she does a lot of wool, and I told her I'm allergic to it. And she says, "Well, I could do cotton for you." Okay, but I haven't bought anything from her. But
So, does Don Aaron have a website or an Etsy page or anything? I've actually never
I
seen
don't,
one.
I don't know. I think a lot of times she just sells right off of her lives. Uh oh, she just froze. She was trying to time out Rudy.
Granny D just reported Rudy.
What?
Granny D just
All
reported
right,
Rudy.
Jeanette,
It
take
said.
care. Good
Mm-hmm.
night.
Good night.
Good night, Jeanette.
Good night,
See you. See
Jeanette.
you tomorrow night for tomorrow night's Monday Night Crochet show.
Okay. Tracy says you have to email Dawn Aaron to order. And I know she will sell stuff right off of her lives if she's doing something.
Right.
But
Oh, okay.
thank you, Tracy.
And Granny D says this is the first time she's blocked anyone.
Yep.
What's that? No, he's been in there before.
They're all saying he's a bot and
He's not a bot, but
Well, he's still in here, isn't he?
Yep.
And Tank says that he doesn't have autism. He does that so you feel sorry for him.
Well, we can't make that decision. We can't
No.
decide that. But if it's too annoying, then we have the right to, you know.
You're killing me. Kim G won it. Dimitri
Yep.
almost got it.
Yep.
What was it?
The gift card to Yarn Dawn.
Gift, my daughter gift card to Yarn Dawn. Dawn Yarndall. Well, I think it's more for Jerry.
Yeah.
Oh, Lana's working. Lydia, Lana's working on a somebody.
I think this is the last one, the shawl or whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody can enter that one.
Is she doing her? Is she doing her shawl right now?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the last one.
Yeah.
And everybody can enter that one. And that's what she made it with.
What's the word going to be? Officially, Mishi.
I don't know.
I say shawl. Ooh.
She's gonna write it in German, right? Just throw everybody off. Okay, now write the word shawl in German.
She does that sometimes. And then you just have to see how what everybody else is typing and do it.
Yeah.
She did that one night. Everybody typed the word friends in German. I'm like, I don't freaking know.
Mm-hmm.
I just looked at everybody else's and copied it. What is that
What is
noise?
that
Is that a
sound
blender?
coming
Is that a
from?
blender?
It is.
Oh,
Is that you, Jess? Is that a blender?
It is. The handheld travel size blender.
Sure. It's like a new, like a bullet or so. Oh, right. That's the new one you got, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
You have to do a review on that still, don't you?
I do.
Ah. So how's it work though?
I
Like,
love it.
how long of a charge does it hold? How long of a charge does it hold?
I
she was
made
almost
maybe 15 of these before it's going to
shawl.
be recharged. I told you it was going to be shawl.
Is it just for drinks though?
Yep.
Yeah, the
No,
word
I'm
is
getting ready to
shawl,
put some ice
John.
in it. It's amazing for ice.
No, but what it like you use it for gravies, but like I'm talking like you mix up like small batches of cupcake batter and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like cupcake and
Oh yeah, absolutely.
cake.
You can, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Here, I can show you the blade here. So
No, I was just curious
Anybody
to know
wants to,
how bogged down it would get.
anybody wants a shawl, put it in BC's chat.
Don't know if I want it, but I
Oh,
can give
okay.
it
So
away as a
it's
gift.
a standard mixing blade. It's like on an Oster or
yeah.
Sunbeam.
Yep.
Does your container double as a cup as well, like a bullet, like the
It
books
does.
do
So
for the ninjas?
well, it's got the lid. See the top. Then the bottom, when I've got everything in it that I want. Take my bottom off.
Really?
put on the flat bottom becomes good.
That's what I was thinking too, Annie. Flip her over and take the bottom off.
Interchangeable.
Now I have my cup.
Cool. Travel cup. So it's very versatile. Oh, just make sure you take your base with you in case you want to mix it back up. Right, on the road margaritas. Remember we're talking about that?
Yes. And it actually holds, it says 20 ounces, but it holds about 24. And the shape of it, with it
Wow.
being.
Hey, Thrifty. How are you doing?
Christy, welcome in.
Okay, who's gonna win?
Hey, Thrifty.
Me.
Who's gonna win?
Hey,
Who's gonna win
Thrifty.
Missy Shaw?
Jeremy.
Mimi, Jeremy.
Jeremy.
It was Joe. Joe was right there. You were
Oh, I
right there
know.
I
again,
You can
Joe.
only win one.
Yeah, but it was a
Uh-huh.
repeat.
No,
She said we can have
her,
repeats.
Yeah,
her,
this was the final
her
one, so
shawl. She said
everybody could
everybody could
enter
enter
it.
it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she said everybody could have entered it.
Yeah. So
Oh, yeah.
close.
Jeremy won it. That's pretty cool. Well, because it was you and then Kim G, right? I
Yeah,
didn't
I
see my
think
name up
so.
there at all.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome.
Oh. Oh yeah. So Joe, remember we were talking earlier about filming locations. So Yellowstone was actually filmed in Utah,
I know.
and then it got moved to Montana in 2020
Mm-hmm.
because they were taking advantage of a new tax program offered by the state, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Did you know there's been a lot of tons of movies that has been filmed in Utah because they have, the mountains, they have the desert, they have the, the cliffs, the mountains that have the flat top down like in Zions and Red Cliffs and has the arches and
Oh, so apparently one of the they also filmed in Mission, BC for
hmm
a TV movie Disappearance in Yellowstone, and they also filmed in Cochrane, Alberta. Cochrane's like
cool.
a freaking like they just had a one of those dream home lotteries.
hmm
One of the places was a 3-bedroom condo, $1.2 million condo in Cochrane, Alberta.
You know that movie High School, what was it called? In the 80s. What was that movie called? High School Musical? Remember that?
Yep.
It was filmed in my kids' high school.
I thought that was in the 90s.
Maybe it was the 90s, but it was my daughter and my son was going to high school when they did it. Because they were both, one graduated, should have graduated in 2002, and maybe it was a little bit before their time, but it was done in their school.
East High School, Salt Lake City, Utah.
That was only part of
And
it.
then
The
there was
rest
Murray.
of it was Hunter and
There was
Murray.
also because
Murray
they're
High
listing
School,
Murray High School,
Hunter and East.
Whistler. Oh, the Whistler
Westminster.
Golf Club as well in BC.
Yes, right. But the part that was when they were in
Additional filming took place in LA.
yeah, the when they were
Gymnasium.
in the Commons area, that was in Hunter High, which is my kids' high school. Well, 3 of them's high school.
I never watched high school musical.
Neither did I.
I also
I
remember
only
watching
did
Glee.
because that's what my kids were watching.
Nope, I never watched it either.
I couldn't get into
I did.
I couldn't get into Glee because
Oh,
of
not
all
me.
the bullying,
Yeah, I
going
couldn't.
on. Like
I
when you
don't
throw a
like that.
Slurpee at somebody, that's downright bullying, and
Exactly.
everybody on the football team should have been banned right off the bat.
Right. I agree with you. I couldn't watch it either for the
I
But
same
it was
watched
reason.
High
acceptable.
School Musical.
Yeah.
What happened?
In Glee, they let in the show they let the football players in that bully other students.
Oh yeah.
And the cheerleaders. Yeah, the football team and the
Hmm.
cheerleaders were basically throwing Slurpees at everybody all the time, and it was acceptable. But that's bullying,
Yes, it is.
and they got away with it all the time. They should have all been suspended and expelled
Hmm.
because zero tolerance policies,
Yeah. Right.
which they still don't had. I don't know. Like, is there any school now that even puts that into effect anymore?
They're supposed
No.
Zero
to.
tolerance
But
policy.
they don't.
I'm gonna tell you, there was okay. My old manager didn't like him when I left where I was working, but his daughter committed suicide. And the reason why she committed suicide was because the high school students and the junior high students were bullying her. And one kid stood up for her, and they got suspended for standing up for her. And a couple of weeks later, the high schoolers caught her on the way home from school, started throwing stuff at her, and dared her to go home and kill herself. And she did.
Hmm.
She went right home that night and hung herself
Wow.
because
And it
she couldn't take it anymore, and she knew that the school wasn't did not have her back.
Hmm.
that is the sad part. It happens every single day.
I know.
Zach was bullied for a long time,
My grandson was too
and
because he
they blamed him because he was different.
that's bullshit.
Oh
And it's
yeah,
like this is
it's his
the
fault, right?
zero tolerance policy. We don't have bullying here. We have zero tolerance.
Yeah,
The
right.
next week, someone committed suicide because of the bullying. Oh, you don't have any bullying in this school, huh?
My grandson was bullied because
Yeah.
he's half black,
Hmm.
and kids were getting up in his face and um uh bullying him. And my grandson had just had enough of it, and he swung around and he slugged that kid so hard the kid went flying. Of course, my grandson got expelled.
Yeah, well, I told Zach,
Do they not teach that? Do they not teach genetics in high school? And
I
They
told
they don't.
Zach he does martial arts. I
Hmm.
was like, they lay a hand on you, you know how to take care of yourself. I'll
Well,
get in trouble. And it's like, I don't care. You're protecting yourself.
you know what?
I will back you up.
I was in
self defense.
trouble all the time when I was a kid in school for fighting. But you know what? I wasn't the bully. I was standing up against the bullies. Back then, they
Hmm.
didn't even use that term. But if somebody treated somebody
Yeah.
bad, boy, I lit into them.
Yeah. Well, back when I was in school, you just dealt with it. You know.
Well, that's how I dealt with it, and I didn't even realize that's what
Yep.
I was
Went
doing.
outside of the schoolhouse after school.
Yep, beat the crap out of them.
Yeah. And Zach got to the point where he was suicidal. And
My
I said, enough is enough. And I pulled him out of school and homeschooled him
right,
for the rest of the year. It was almost a year I
See,
homeschooled him.
yeah.
And because,
you
they said,
know
well,
what
his,
got me
his
though was
grades were
after
bad.
school
And,
after school.
go ahead, John.
What got me though was everybody's all like, oh, after school in the parking lot. I'm like, no, let's do it right now. Well, no, we're gonna get in trouble. Well, you're
So
afraid of
what?
getting in trouble, but you're okay with beating me up for no reason at all. No, let's do it right now, like in the hallway. And I never had a problem starting fights in the hallway,
Oh, I did all the time.
and I never got
I
in
have
trouble.
no problem. I got
I
in
never got in
Yeah.
trouble
trouble.
because I was always defending myself.
I always got in trouble.
Be,
The principal did not like me at all.
the biggest reason they wanted to wait till after school was so they could have all their friends around to
So they
watch
could
it.
Uh-huh.
jump in.
Like, no, let's do it right now,
Yeah, so they could jump in
right
and
now.
yeah. So it wouldn't be a fair
Yeah,
fight.
exactly.
Okay.
That way they were by themselves and they had no other reason not to do it.
You know, when I
Yeah.
was in, okay, so when I was in one school that I was there from second, third, and fourth grade, I was always in trouble because I was standing up for people who was being bullied, and I was always in the principal's office. And my parents sold their house and they purchased a new house in the same town, but in a different school boundaries. And the last day of school in the other school, the principal, I got in trouble, of course, and I went to the principal's office, and he said, I am so glad I'm never going to have to look at you again or have to deal with you again. I am sick of dealing with you. I said, that's fine because I can't stand you. I'm sick of dealing with you, right? The next year, first day of school, got in a fight, sent to the principal's office. It was the same principal. They moved him. I walked in there and he looked at me and I said, guess what? Now you got to deal with me for 2 more years.
My mom always said, you better not get in a fight. If you get in a fight, you don't leave them laying there. You're going to have me to, when you get home to deal with. And then she said, but if you start it and I find out you started it, you're going to have me to deal with when you get home.
Oh, I started them because they were bullying someone else, so I started the fight. But my mom got mad at me all the time. Connie, why do you have to stand up for people? Oh,
Because they can't stand up for themselves.
well, yeah. And the worst time was my friend who I'm still friends with. We went to school in fifth grade together, and this was the first day that I got in trouble when I had to go to the principal's office, and it was the same principal from the other school. She ended up being my best friend. Okay, so I walk into the room, first day of school, first new school, right? And I couldn't see any seats, but there was a table with one girl sitting at it, and I started headed that direction. And this girl, she grabbed my arm and she goes, "You don't want to go sit over there? We'll get you a chair. You can sit with us." And I said, "Why?" And she goes, "Oh, we don't like her. You need to stay away from her." And I said, "And what? Why?" And like, "We just don't like her, and just don't go over there." And I said, "Bullshit." I walked over there and I said hello, and she said, "You don't want to talk to me." And I said, "Why?" And she goes, "Because you'll get beat up." I said, "Why?" She reached down and she pulled her shirt just barely away from her chest. She had a huge scar. She'd had open heart surgery. And she goes, "They tease me because I can't keep up with them." And so I said, "Well, I guess I'll be sitting here with you." And she goes, Don't. I said, "Yes, I will." So a couple of minutes, I sat down and the group come around and circle the table. And this one girl, her name was Anna, she says, "Now you're going to get beat up." And I said, "Oh, I am?" And she goes, "I told you not to sit there." And I says, "Well, actually, nobody tells me what to do. And I guess we'll see who ends up winning." I beat the living shit out of her. She no longer bullied anybody. In fact, she became my friend because she wanted me on her side.
Mandy
Oh,
says I
I
got in trouble because of fighting in the middle of class, sticking up for one of my friends who has special needs, and now I'm a sixth grade teacher for over 20 years. Yeah, exactly. Like I don't.
well, you know what? I
Hey, Kathy. Nobody would.
Yeah, nobody puts me in a corner. That's right. I When I was in second grade, um, we hadn't been in school maybe a month, and This kid who actually lived 3 houses from my husband's house, but I didn't know him then. He was older than me. He lived 3 houses down. He, the teacher had to leave the room. He jumped up, grabbed this other girl's desk that was a flip top. He pulled his tallywhacker out and peed all over her stuff. I grabbed him and beat the living crap out of him right there. Yeah, like you don't do that. You don't do that. And then guess who I beat up in 3rd grade? You'll just love this. For being mean and treating kids bad, teasing girls. My husband's little brother.
Your husband.
I was gonna say your husband.
No, my husband's little brother. His Ron is 7 years older than me, but his brother is was a little bit under a year younger than me. We were in the same class, and I lit into him. And when I went first time to my husband's house, when he introduced me to everybody, the day he met, uh, the day he asked me to marry him, his family, his mom brings out all the photo albums for me to look at, and I'm sitting there flipping through the pages, and my face turns pure white, and everybody's like, "Are you okay? What's wrong?" And I pointed to a picture in the book. I said, "That's me in your photo album," because I'd been in his brother's class. And then his brother Jay walked over and he goes, "Who?" And his face went white. And he goes, "Oh crap!"
He remembered that beatdown, didn't he?
He sure did. Well, because I didn't fight like a girl. My brother taught me how to box and really fight. Never once in my life have I ever pulled a girl's hair when I was fighting. That's Yeah, Mandy. You just have to
That
stand up
used to
for
make
people.
me so mad. You get in a fight with a girl and she starts pulling your hair, and I would just stop. I was like, fight like a man, don't fight like a chick.
Oh, if they like
Scratching and pulling hair and biting. I'm like, you don't even know how to fight.
the only one time that a girl got a hold of my hair, which my hair's long, it's always been long most of my life. I literally whacked her arm so damn hard that she thought I had broke her arm. I said, "You keep your hands out of my hair. You fight with your fists, not your fingernails and pulling hair."
I can still remember my first school fight. I had a friend, her name was Missy. She was a black girl. We were in the 6th grade, and she was 6.5 feet tall in the
Whoa.
6th grade.
Oh.
And
Yeah,
she decided, and I was teeny tiny back then. I mean, I may have come up to her elbow.
yeah.
And a girl, I was going to get in a fight with a girl after school. And I went around the building. She's just like, "Now, white girl," she said, "I'm going to have to teach you a few things." I was like, she goes, "Take your earrings out." I said, "Why?" And she said, "That's the first thing she's going to grab for." So I took my earrings out, put them in my pocket. And she goes, "Okay." She said, "Kick your shoes off." So I took my shoes off. She said, "Now you're ready." But yeah, we were friends for years, and she called me white girl.
White girl.
Back in the 70s.
This one girl, she was fighting me, and she kept trying to grab at my my hair and scratch me, and I grabbed her shoulders and I kneed her so hard in the crotch. She was down.
Yeah, people don't realize that hurts a girl just as much as it hurts a boy.
It sure does.
All it takes is one time coming down, stride the bar on a boy's bicycle.
Oh yeah, that hurt.
How bad that hurts.
Yeah.
Yep.
You think so, eh?
Oh no, we know so.
Right?
I've
Mm-hmm.
cracked myself on a boy's bike before. Ooh.
Yeah, it hurts.
Yeah, me too.
Mm.
And when I did it, the only thing that my dad was standing right there and he looked, and he goes, "Now you know what your brothers feel like when you kick them between the legs." And I was just like crumpled to the ground. I was like, "Good." We were not allowed to kick our brothers between the legs, and they were not allowed to grab our boobs to fight.
Right.
That was our only rules. Personally, with the parents that my brothers turned out to be, I wish I'd have kicked them a little harder.
Mm-hmm.
I never fought in school. I never fought with my brothers at home. I was more afraid of my mother than.
Oh, don't get me
Oh,
wrong. I was terrified of my mother. Our parents, the two fights my parents ever seen are as siblings in, and that was me and the brother next older to me, and I got the crap beat out of me for that because evidently it was my fault it started. And me and my little brother got in a fight when we were in high school, and my dad just grabbed us both by the back of the shirt, kicked the door open, threw us in the backyard. He said, "Whoever loses is going to take an ass beating."
Oh
well,
boy.
I probably should have been afraid of my mom because she beat me several times, left me bruised and bloody and welted up. And by the time I turned 12 years old, I had decided she wasn't going to hit me again. And she went to smack me, and I knocked her arm out of the way. And she goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "You're not hitting me." She goes, "Yes, I am." She tried again, and I knocked her arm out of away from me. I said, "You're not going to do it again." She never tried again. I said, "I'm done with you hitting me."
Really? I guess I'm going to go for the night because somebody is
I'm
standing
gonna be
staring at me. No,
I'm
he's
gonna
coming to living room.
I'm gonna be leaving here too as soon as I finish this last row. And Joe and Anthony tomorrow.
Yes,
Okay.
I
Yep.
already did my shopping and stuff today, so I'd have tomorrow free.
Yeah. What did you say, Joe?
So yeah, I'll be there.
Okay. All right. Good night, you guys. I'm gonna head out. I'm done.
Good
Good
All
night.
right.
night, Miss Fletch.
Good night. Have a
Good
good
night,
Don't
Miss
be
Annie.
evening.
if you can't be good, blame John.
Exactly. Bye.
I,
Yeah, I'm blameable. I'm blameable for most things. I got big shoulders.
it's okay, John. We still love you.
Oh yeah. As she leaves. What are you counting, Jess? 10 half double, 11 half double, 12 half double,
Stop
13
that.
single double,
Shh.
Mm-hmm.
I was counting. Now I got to start over.
four- 14 double singles, and 15 single doubles.
Oh man.
What
What?
is
What? Sorry, Lana.
Yeah, right. You are. I don't think so.
Mine, mine's easy. I only have to count to four on mine. I got to just do four half doubles, and then half double front post, second post over, and then four half doubles, and skip four,
You
and
know,
then half double front post.
the other
It's
day my brain was so
and
fried I couldn't
repeat,
even
repeat,
count
repeat.
past. The other day my brain was so fried I couldn't count past four. I had to keep restarting. As soon as I
Uh,
hit four, I'd have to start over. I'm done.
it's been a while since I got to screw somebody up when they're counting.
Oh well, you succeeded. Hello, thank you.
Well, welcome to the panel. This is what you get.
I said thank you. I was nice about it.
Well, it's like when I first started out. When I think it was my second or third show, and everybody just threw me off with counting because I had to start with like 60, a chain of 63.
man.
Put
Oh
a marker
man.
at every 10. You won't forget it. I'm like, no, it's fine. I keep track in my head. Nope. They kept throwing these numbers out at me. I'm like, frick. And I kept counting again and again and again.
Yeah, the day that I
You
couldn't
remember
You
count
that,
would
don't
past
you,
never
Joe?
four.
do such a thing, John.
The day I
No,
couldn't
no.
count past four, I was trying to chain 160 for my mom's throw, her crocheted throw.
Wow. How much? How long was that rose you did, Jess? 286 chain.
419.
Holy
Yeah,
cow!
419
That's right
out
here.
of out of number out out of thread out of thread.
Here it is, Lana.
Out of thread.
Right here.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. That looks like something I would do. That definitely looks like something I would do. Well,
Oh yeah.
my I do model stitching for a cross stitch designer for blackwork embroidery, and I do my samples in thread, sewing thread. That
So what
sounds
is
like
that, Jess?
something I would do, Jessica.
That's number 10, right? No,
What
it's
is?
not.
Five.
Your thread you're using.
I got past four.
Uh, this. Yeah, I think it's five. Five feet. No, 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 no. I said it's actually it's a 10 or smaller. Fives or
Yeah.
six.
Like
So yeah, that's
so much fun.
What are you making with it?
a rose.
No, how
It's a
neat.
rose.
That's going to be neat. That's going to be very pretty, stunning.
Oh yeah.
I think that was 10. Have to count again.
Let me see
I
if
know
I
you
can
sent me the
find it.
pattern. I guess I just take me forever to find it though.
Here, I have it. Hold on.
Okay.
I think. Excuse me. Yeah, here it is. Chain was 450,
Wow.
and here is the rose.
Now that's something I would attempt. Yep, that's something I would attempt. The more complex and detailed it is, the better. Oh, I know. Ooh, I love it. The better I like it. It even comes with a chart.
Yeah,
Yep.
and
Oh,
then the other pattern I am working on is my shawl. And this is the shawl I'm working
ooh, that's pretty.
Yeah,
Hmm.
you're
on. And then
you're
also,
you're almost you're almost done that, aren't you?
yes, I have
That's,
9 more rows left.
oh, that's pretty.
And I'm going off of the diagram on that one.
Now double that. Make it a circle. and that's about the size of my table topper that I crocheted, and I used size 10, like Aunt Lydia's crochet thread when I made it. I love it. That's neat.
Thank you.
That's so pretty.
Bonnie says, please tell Jessica to read message. Mandy says, I have to go to bed. This week before spring break requires rest, or my sixth graders will get the best of me. Ah, can't you just bring, just put a movie on? That'll be fine. That's all we used to do.
Hey, I'm so close to being done. 4 more rows and then I can start putting it together. Yay!
Not allowed to do that anymore. Why not? Takes the attention span of the kids.
Fine. I like the crochet. So that one. Oh my gosh. My computer's driving me bonkers.
Your devices aren't connected, Bonnie.
This bunny is missing something I think it needs.
What?
A bushy tail.
Oh, all bunnies need a bushy tail.
This one doesn't have one.
Well,
No
it
tail.
doesn't have to have a bushy tail.
No tail. I'm going to have to make it a tail. It would have been easier to add it before I got to this point and got it all stuffed.
Just use some of that faux fur for the tails.
Well, but I want to tie it in a knot on the inside so it doesn't get pulled off.
I don't know. Can you throw it over the shoulder like that? Then so.
I'm going to make 2 of them. Well, 3 of them actually.
Oh,
I have identical twin grandsons. I thought I would
oh,
do that
neat.
for Easter for them. They're 5, and then their brother's 7. So I thought I'd make them all a bunny for Easter.
Oh, today I saw on my YouTube who was doing it. Somebody was doing crocheted peeps, marshmallow peeps.
Peeps? Yeah, the
Yeah,
little.
peeps as a crochet pattern.
Oh, cute.
The yarn room.
Yarn
There you go.
room.
The peeps.
How cute. Aren't they cute?
Those are adorable.
Yeah, they are. I should make one of those
Yeah,
instead. They don't
yeah.
look as big as these. One.
Hello, Needlecraft.
Hey,
Needlecraft
welcome in.
Creations.
Welcome in. Welcome in. Nice to have you here.
Hello.
Crocheting on some head. Backward stitches. Not one to pop up.
Hello, Needlecraft Creations.
Welcome to the chat.
Absolutely. Ooh, I heard
Hate
another.
to point out the obvious. Hate to point out the obvious. What do you do? What do you do for fun? Uh-oh.
Nice to have you.
Somebody's down. Somebody's backstage. I guess I can let her in. Do we want to let her in?
Absolutely.
Sure, I'll let
Welcome
her
in.
in. Hi, Bon. Hey, Bonbon. What have you been up to?
Nothing.
Happy
Nothing.
you, girl. Long time
Hey,
no see.
I got this piece.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, nothing. Oh, wait. I gotta shut something off.
Hi,
I
Ivy. Hey,
I still
Bonnie.
had my hi. I still had my earphones in, so I was getting confused.
Oh. Hey,
Hey, guys.
Ivy BB. What do you got?
Happy
Ivy, what
baby.
are you doing up so late? What are you still doing up? I'm surprised you weren't on Jessica's freaking bingo last night till 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my
It
god.
was not that late.
Oh, wait. Jessica, you blamed Bonnie for that, didn't you?
I
Yeah, I think
did
you blamed
not.
Bonnie and Beth.
I did not blame nobody.
I tried to find it, but then I fell asleep.
Let me tell you something. I brought the unicorn juju with me last night.
Yeah, there
Oh.
was unicorn juju last night. Just saying.
Yes, we were delirious. We had a
No, were you?
But but
out of
Bonnie,
our brains. You want to see
how
her?
many times?
What?
How many times did you manifest your number 12 bingo?
Oh,
A
I
lot.
won my. I said I'm manifesting this. I'm gonna win, and I did. Then I told
How many
everybody in the
times?
like 4 or 5 times.
Right?
Then I told
Yeah.
everybody in the chat to manifest. So Janice says I'm manifesting. She won.
She wins.
See, John, here it is. I'm gonna show
Beth
you
says she was. Beth
what.
says she was dozing off near the end.
I think we all were.
Oh, I
I
got
know
up.
I did. I woke up and there was
I
a
watched.
blank screen.
Yeah, me too.
I was watching some of it.
I got up and I said, "Oh, I'm gonna watch a movie." I turned on the movie. Next thing I knew, it was 10:30. This is it, John. I'm gonna show you the secret. You see
Right?
this right here? This
All
is
right,
the
show me the secret.
juju.
Yeah,
This
your
this
unicorn pen.
See?
that's the juju.
That's the juju.
Oh, it's a light up
Now we're
magic
all
wand.
winners.
What were you
Yep.
watching last night, John?
Okay.
Their show.
Unicorn Juju.
Well, I was
Jessica
watching
had
it
Yeah.
this morning.
her juju out too. What's his name? I
Oh,
forgot the
Peanut.
name.
What?
Yeah, she had. Yeah, we were both like this last night. She had him, and I had her, and we were both there doing a little dance.
I must have slept through that.
Him and her. I'm telling you, we was goofy. You would have thought I was smoking that crap.
No.
I wasn't, but one never knows. I could have. Hey, well, it's not in the house anymore. Olivia don't smoke that no more, and she don't drink.
Really?
Yeah, I've been fighting with her since she was 16 years old. I put her in rehab. Everybody said, "You did not put your kid in rehab for marijuana, did you?" Oh, John's got his out. I said, "Yes, I did." Yeah, we all
John's
got
got
him.
his out.
What's your name? What's his name,
He does,
John? This
I actually never gave him a name.
that's
Let's look at Freddie.
Like he looks
yeah,
more like an Oscar.
Oscar, Uniqueen, and Janet. Janet, what's
That's
her
fine.
name?
Peanut.
Peanut.
Oh,
Peanut.
Peanut,
Peanut.
Oscar, and Uniqueen.
I
Yep.
love Peanut. Peanut's my favorite.
And your camera's so clear now, Jess.
This
I
is
got
a
to go see Jeff
unicorn.
Dunham.
I got to see him 2 years last
is
year. No, 2 years ago I seen him.
Oh, I love Peanut.
Yeah.
I like Walter.
Okay.
Bonnie, did you ever see my penguin that I did?
No. Oh my gosh, John, that's cute. I'm telling you something. I've seen a lot of what you do, and you're really crocheting really good.
Look at his feet.
He's
Oh, look at his
cute.
butt.
Oh my
Look
goodness,
at his
he's
butt
cute.
too.
That's
You
disgusting.
didn't give him. You should have gave him a little brown butthole.
Even his
Family.
butt's
Well,
cute.
see, I was thinking that too, right? It was all like, no, don't do that. You don't want to do that.
What are
Hold
you
on a second.
doing?
I'm making myself big.
Oh, wait a minute.
So
Oh, he's
it's
so
it's my
cute.
That is really cute.
so it was my
Great.
first my first amigurumi, my first mittens, my first toque, my first pom pom.
That's a hat.
And that's a perfect pom pom.
How cute. Oh,
Do you
he's
got a machine?
adorable.
Right.
Do you got a pom pom maker?
Yep,
Or,
I got three of them size,
oh,
ones.
I do too, but I don't know how to use them.
I got 3 different kinds. I can show you how to use it in a heartbeat.
Oh, I learned just like I was just reading instructions, going, no, this sounds like a really small pom pom. So I actually wrapped like 3 different times with 3 different colors, even.
Yeah, it's perfect. You're a good learner though. You pick up anything.
You can't teach me because my pom pom makers are at my house and I'm at my mama's.
Actually, I found a way you can actually make them with just a piece of cardboard too.
Or a roller. Or, yeah. There's.
You want to see my thing Miss C made for me?
Absolutely.
She made me a
Oh
unicorn.
yeah, you're right. Right, you're
Oh,
a
how
unicorn.
She put a bunny
that was-
on the ear. She put a bunny on the ear, and look it.
See, that one's got a butt.
Oh,
Isn't that cute?
it's got
That's
a
adorable.
hole.
Yep.
Hole.
I don't make these things. I made 2 bunny parts. I've got them in a bag, and it came to sewing them together and everything, and I said, F this stuff. it's going in a bag. I'm not doing it. And Miss C will tell everybody Bonnie does not make but she does have me make blankets for her.
Bonnie
I'll
likes
make a
getting
blanket.
bingo numbers too. I've heard you a few times in bingo.
Oh, I don't play. I usually don't play bingo, but I did. I did last night. Well, you
Yeah, that
kind of
was
don't tell.
awesome.
You
Bullshit.
don't tell Jessica no.
Let Jessica know what?
You don't tell Jessica no.
Sometimes.
This is what I'm making right now. I'll show you a picture. But you can't talk about the pattern online because somebody told me you get arrested for that. I said, what? You may get sued. I'm like, sued? What are you talking about?
If you share a paid for pattern online, you mean?
You
If
can't
Yeah.
you
give out
show
a
the
pattern
if
online,
you
but you can
if,
talk about it.
this is the big chicken right here.
You're doing the support chicken?
Yeah, it's real big and I loved it. That's what
What
I
yarn
have.
are you
I've
doing it
seen
in?
those.
I'm doing it in this one. This is
Ooh.
Ooh.
Mirage. Miss C sent me this color. Oh, and I'm doing it in this one. It doesn't
Ooh.
look right. It looks turquoise there, but it doesn't. It's the same. It kind of goes with that one. It's looking like turquoise in there, but it's not. It's grenadine, and this one is bluebell. I think I'm doing it in the bluebell because the bluebell is just a tad darker than this one. It's not turquoise. I don't know why it looks turquoise,
Hey, Chris, how's it going?
but it looks good
Does
together. But see, oh yeah,
it
That is
does?
that one.
pretty.
But see, this is a blue. It's not a turquoise at all. It's like a sky blue light.
Hi, Ivy.
Okay.
Hi, Chris.
Miss C sent me
Hey,
this blue, both of these blues, and she sent me this one. And I got a package tomorrow. I don't know what she thinks she's doing.
oh, that's awesome, though, Bonnie. That's cool.
Because I didn't win a give. I don't enter I don't enter the giveaways. I don't want her to send me stuff.
Well, maybe it's her way of saying thank you for being the moderator.
Oh no. I'm just a thumbs up queen. That's my job. I wonder where Zola, she usually pops in. She didn't pop in at all today.
Yeah, I can't say that I've seen her at all today anywhere.
And then I had you on and her on. I can't do that double chatting. I had to go. I don't know why I'm coughing. Well, actually, I've had a cough for 3 weeks.
What?
Yeah, Olivia had
Yeah,
the flu, and all I got with it was a cough. She was real sick. She had a fever and everything. I was giving her kisses from the door. I was like, Olivia, I can't come in there.
like I love you, but from here.
Right. and I bring her medicine and then get out of there. See what I told you though? This is the feathers.
Okay.
I gotta mark it when I do it. I don't want to screw this up. So I mark the rows. It's good to see you, Lana.
It's good to see you.
Yeah, it's always nice to put a face to the name.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember the first day she came into Miss C's.
Yeah. Oh, so much has happened since then, but yes, it's good now. I mean, I'm adjusting. We're doing better.
Isn't she?
See, I'm finishing up my sun bunny, my very first sun bunny.
Oh, nice.
You didn't
Nice.
see my. I've got a mini whale I made.
Oh,
That whale's so cute.
I did see it. You showed it the other day. Sometimes I spy.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I see you show that.
Yeah.
That's cute. I'd want a big one. But
Well,
see,
yeah, I made the mini one first.
um,
It's my actual first amigurumi. Amigurumi. Okay, how do you say that word? That one just blows my mind.
You're saying it right. Amigurumi.
Yeah, you got it right.
Amigurumi.
Amigurumi.
But
It's fun to say.
but when you try to spell it, it never comes out like amigurumi. When you try to spell it when you're looking for amigurumi patterns, it never comes out like that.
hey, you know what I did? I freaking
Not yet.
my garage room is clean. All my rooms are clean now. My back is since my back's went better. I went through all my crap, threw crap out. My garage room, it's still, there's boxes and everything in it because it is a garage room, but
Right.
it's clean out. You can walk in there. You can find what you need. You don't need anything because it's storage. But I put those funny parts in a bag and I put them somewhere, and now I'm not sure I know where I.
I'm only laughing because I own that T-shirt in so many colors. I don't think they make one in any other color. I know right where to find it until I organize something or clean it up, and then it's lost.
Yeah, then you can't find it. Here in the craft room. I got stuff in here, and I can't. Well, the craft room's clean except for the desk over there.
I'm not laughing because you lost it. I'm laughing because I do. That's the only time they get lost. Or if I leave the bedroom and I come back and my skein of yarn's no longer on my bed. But the cats were with me in the kitchen with my mom. Nobody else was in here.
Right.
And the skein of yarn is still hiding.
Good night, Herb.
Fern, that Fern is Rudy.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
He says my name at all, he's in big trouble. I'm telling him right now, don't mess with me no more. I had enough. I'm sorry, guys, but I had enough of this guy. He puts videos up with my name on it. He says my name all over the place. I got him blocked. I've got him reported. Then he gets a new channel. I went, oh, Lord.
Welcome back, Liz.
Welcome back.
Oh, Liz is back.
Oh, my count. I wasn't counting, but my count's right. What? What did you say?
Shh, stop talking about her. She's back.
Liz is back. Behave yourselves. Liz.
Who were we talking about?
Liz.
We're talking about Liz.
Is that mine?
You'd be the worst person to have in a class, Bonnie. We're all trying to whisper. we're all trying to whisper and pass notes at the back of the class, and Molly's like, what are you trying to pass me? What is that?" Right?
Oh,
Yeah,
you
that's
did
alert
that?
the teacher.
Well, you know what? I'm slow, but I will catch up eventually. It might be too late,
Love
but
you, Bonnie.
well, shit happens. That's all you gotta know. Shit happens, you know.
Absolutely. Love you bunches.
I love you too.
Let's
That's
Hey,
not
all that
now
alert
matters.
the
I
teacher,
got
okay?
I got some little bit of freaking yarn barf here because I made this and took it apart. I couldn't get it. I tried calling Jessica. Should I answer the phone? I text this one. I text this one. I'm like, you people are. Next time anybody calls me, I'm not. Nope. No.
I'm gonna be on my desk calling Bonnie. She's like, "Forget you. You didn't answer the phone."
Oh, I love dealing with yarn barf.
I
I
got
love
it
the
though.
number.
I
Aw,
got it.
that didn't even take you that long.
I'm gonna make this chicken, and then I'm making mine in blue, and then I'm gonna make Miss C one in blue, and then
Yeah, blue is her favorite color, isn't it?
yeah,
Why did you
blue's
choose the chicken?
what?
Why did you choose to do a chicken?
Oh, because it's so big.
Because she's
It,
got enough bunnies.
I don't have any bunnies. I'm not. I'm not.
No, Miss C.
Oh, yeah, she does.
She's got enough
Except for you
bunnies.
know what? I don't have any sun bunnies, but I do have a million bunnies all over this house for Easter. I love Easter. It's my favorite holiday. I buy bunnies every year and add it to my collection.
And you
I
don't have any sun bunnies?
and I don't have any sun bunnies. I got a sun buddy, my unicorn. I
You
was
should make a sun
gonna
bunny.
have two, but I refuse to finish them
Why?
because I don't like them. I'm not doing them.
Okay then.
She says no.
Beth says yarn barf is my Rubik's Cube.
Okay then, Monty, tell us how
Right?
you feel about it.
Mhm.
Yarn barf
What
is my Pythagorean theorem.
did I just?
Who?
I just did 20. Now I got 22. Wait,
Okay, body's done.
now I gotta
Looks
do.
like a pile of. Never mind.
What do we got going on up there? Pile of
I
what?
just
What's the pile of who?
did I
Looks like a
Oh,
Hershey's.
yeah. That's
It looks like a Hershey's Kiss.
Oh, kind
sure.
of.
That's what came out of my brain there. Hershey's Kiss. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Hershey Kiss. Yeah.
Uh huh.
Oh, that looks like a poo. Just missing eyeballs.
what is it?
It's
It's a
my sun
body.
bunny.
Oh,
Here's
it's
my head.
you're doing black?
Oh.
It's called a dark gray mix. It's Premier Yarn. It's the Karen Basic.
Okay.
It's the leftover yarn I had after I made my mom a throw. I bought, um, they had a sale and I got 4 1 pound skeins, and her throw has 3 pounds in it. And I had a whole pound left over. And my, my gray hopped away. I was in the middle of making a miniature elephant and I got the ears done and my gray disappeared and I haven't found it yet. It's still hiding.
Oh,
I,
that's fun.
I got an extra stitch.
Liz says
So
since
I
I
decided
was
I would just
recovering from
use this.
surgery, I was bored, cleaned out the craft area, and found all this yarn. So for the last 3 weeks, I've been crocheting my grandson, who is 6 feet tall, a blanket.
Oh, nice.
Oh, my
Wow.
son's 6.5 feet tall. My grandson's as tall as his dad. The other one's catching up fast, and my granddaughter, I have to look up at.
Oh,
I have
cool.
to hold the back of my neck when I look up at her, and she just turned 13.
Oh, goodness.
Yep.
I'll never be that big.
Hey,
And
no,
my
that's a
identical twin grandsons that are 5 already come up to my chest.
Oh, wow. How tall are you?
They say I'm shrinking. I used to be
That didn't answer the
5'7". Then they
question.
said I was 5'5 1/4". Then they said I was 5'4". And when I asked my doctor, when they told me they did my bone density scan and told me I had osteo and measured me and said I was 5'4", I asked my doctor and they measured me and they said I was 5'6". So
Oh
your
my
guess is as
goodness.
good
You're
as
not going
mine.
to believe it. I just went through all that last summer, had a bone density and everything. They told me I was 5'4". I went to my doctor. I said, they told me that I shrank. How did I shrink? Because I was 5'6". They said, how did I shrink? Go from 5'6" to 5'4". She said, you are not 5'4". And she said, you're about 5'5". So she put me on the thing and told me I was 5'5". They told me I had osteoporosis too. I had
Now
4 fractures in my back. That's what I had.
I have shrunk about an inch because I was 5'7", but I'll be 63 in June. It's okay. I can take
No,
an
I
inch.
I did shrink. I shrank to 5'5", but to tell me I'm 5'4",
Yeah. Well, to
and
go from 5'7" to 5'4", it's like, how did I lose? I just looked at the lady that did the bone density scan and told me I was 5'4", and she said I had osteo. I said, no, honey, it's just the weight of the world on my shoulders.
yeah, these guys all went to the. You guys, oh no, you guys went with me to the MRI.
Yeah.
Only in the waiting room, and then when I went in, it was over.
Okay.
Okay, wait, what did I do?
Well, I tried to join Addie with Zentangling before, and
Hmm.
I got a headache from tangling with her online, and it was like, okay, I will keep this and hang it on the wall so I can look at it and laugh at myself and remember what not to attempt when I'm tangling.
Right. Okay, now what?
Eunice Reeditz. I love crocheting. You guys are so cute. What are you guys crocheting?
Ah,
I'm making a
Um,
hat.
he's making a hat.
hat here.
Hat.
Hat there. Some bunny over there, and a chicken over here.
Let me show you what she had us do. This wasn't so bad. That wasn't too bad.
Well, that was nice.
Why did they
But
have you do
Ooh,
that?
that's pretty.
then she had us do wavy boxes.
Hmm.
That's
Okay.
cool, but why did they have you do that for what was this for?
Zentangle.
What's that?
This, well, no, I'll show you. This is Zentangle.
You went to a class to do that? Oh, that's cool.
No, I didn't go to a class. I just went to her live stream and everybody was tangling with her. And I thought, well, I'll do it too, just for giggles. Giggles was at myself. See, these are my Zentangles.
Those are nice.
Uh,
They're real nice.
Did you use one of those rulers?
no,
Those no?
no, no, these are all mine. Nope, I didn't use a ruler.
Cool.
I have a bunch of them.
They're really neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to draw
Yeah,
like that.
10.
you're going to be
Oh,
the
I know what I did at first. tried this 2 or 3 times, but I was doing double crochet instead of a single crochet, and it was like really getting big. And I'm like, single crochet. Oh, I
I
told
hope you.
myself, I said this is a single crochet. It wasn't. It was a double, and I was confused. And then when I finally got it in my head, it's a sing. Not, it's not a single. It's a double. I ripped it all out, and that's when I did this. And I'm on the phone. I'm going, what the hell?
I
Because
hope your
these
markers are.
things are not my forte. But at the
I hope
same
your.
time, I believe we all, like John, can do anything we want to do if you want to. John has a strong will to do crochet, and he's probably spent a lot of money on his stuff, so he better get good at it. And he's good at it. You're not a beginner anymore,
I'll
John.
just give it on.
I hope your
I'll just give it
markers are
away.
fine, Jessica, because this one is little bitty.
Oh wow.
Ooh, that's neat. That's very neat, Anna.
Yes.
And if you're going to try to color in some of these, like this one,
Yes.
you
Ooh,
you better have some really fine markers.
that is tiny.
I got markers up the wazoo. I got probably anything you can do with paper right in this room right here.
Oh, I scrapbook too.
Lisa B says,
I
"Got to get ready to go to bed." Good night, everyone. Good night,
oh,
Lisa B.
Good
Good
night,
Night,
night.
Lisa.
good night. Who's going tonight? Good night,
Lisa
Lisa.
B. Lisa B.
Lisa B.
Lisa, thank
Everybody
you for
said
being
what
here.
they're working on.
Oh,
Joe,
Joe's
you
awake.
said nothing. You have said nothing about what you're working on.
Oh, I'm just finishing up. I have putting the brim on it now.
Oh, okay.
you're going to have fun with these, Jessica.
Oh, that's good.
So
I'm
that'll be your
excited.
4th hat then, right?
And Beth says she's only 4'11".
Well,
Damn, I'm a foot taller than you.
I do 3D paper crafting. I make telephones and backpacks and sewing machines and VW buses and campers, and that's what I make. And
What
That's
is
awesome.
the
if you look on my community page, I've got my projects there because people claim them.
what is the T? Oh, you fold it. It's kind of like origami, but it's the T something folding. Trying to remember it. I have books on it and I've done it. I've got the paper, but I'm not at my house, and that's where most of my crafting stuff is. I'm at my mama's.
Oh, I've got this room.
I
I've
can't
got
think.
crickets and die cut machines, one, two,
I
three,
have a
four.
die cut, a Sizzix, an
I have a
old
shot
Sizzix.
and I have an Empress, the electric one, and I have 3 small ones.
I have an old Sizzix. Well, it was new when I worked for Michaels,
A big
but
shot,
I
or
don't
if
have
it's
a
old,
Cricut.
it's a sidekick, right?
I want one, huh?
If it's old, it's a sidekick.
Nope, I have the Sizzix before the Sidekick came out.
Oh no, no, no! I got the sidekick right there. Not sidekick. It had a name before it was the big shot.
No, it wasn't. It was Sizzix. It was not. That was before the big shot.
I know before the big shot. I know there's a name. I know the sidekick. I got the sidekick right here.
Nope, it was not the Sidekick.
Yours probably looks like this, but it's
It
called
was before
something.
the Sidekick. I
It
still
looks
have
like
my.
the big shot, right? But it's called something else.
No.
Oh, then what do you got?
Well,
Night, Liz.
similar. It's red and
Yes,
it's
it's red. It's got,
rectangular.
my girlfriend has one, and I can't think of the name of it. It does. It's basically the same thing, except for this is like embedded because you used those when it came out. You used those big
Yep.
those called the
The
big
dies. The dies.
no not dies not like this.
No,
You
no,
get
no,
where
no, no.
they
These
are
are the
big.
big, thick, red
Yes.
ones that have the. They are the dies.
No, they
Uh,
are dies, but dies are like this now. That's old school.
I know. I said it was the first one out.
That's why I said I know what you're talking about because my friends have those.
Yeah, I have that with a bunch of dies. I actually have two of them because I bought one when I was working for Michaels, and I have my dies. And then a girl I went to school with, a lady I went to school with, high school with, she was selling hers. And she had gone to my mom's church and she was wanting to sell hers. So I bought her Sizzix and every one of her dies.
I've got 8. I have 8 by 10 magnets with dies all over them there. And I have a whole drawer right here. Here are the loose ones. And I have all these books filled with them. It's filled with dies.
Yeah, but I don't have those kind of dies. I've got the old school,
I
the
know.
very first original
All
Sizzix dies.
dies. And then I don't have any of those. I've only been crafting for 5 years.
Oh, they're so heavy.
But I got probably 1,000 dies. I probably have about 1,000 of them.
I don't have the Cricut either.
Hey,
I want
Sarah.
one. My sister-in-law has one. My brother bought her a really nice one.
I got a Cricut and I only know how to turn it on.
We're hanging over the doors.
I have vinyl for it.
You guys
I
put
have
them
all
down.
the vinyl. I have vinyl everything in my closet. I'm telling you, there is thousands of dollars worth of crap in here. I have punches down there. I probably got about 100 punches, 100 stamping things. This whole cart is stamping material. This whole cart is all the crafting. It's my big bite, my long ruler, my punches, my everything in there.
Punches and stamps and the big bite. I have the big bite, the
Stamps
crocodile.
in here, and then my platforms for.
Crocodile. I don't know if I have the one or the two.
I got this. I gave my crocodile away and got the big bite. That's the big bite.
Yeah, that's back in my scrapbooking days, which was
Punches, and I got in there
late 80s.
Okay.
all my stuff. I'm telling
No,
you, this room is loaded.
90s. Late 90s.
What?
Mid to late 90s is when I was doing all that kind of stuff, and I've got all my stuff. I've got cake decorating, the Wilton cake decorating stuff.
Oh, I do too. But I use it for hot glue. I put hot glue in there and make capuchons.
Oh, I
Out of them,
use
paint
my
them and
cake
make
decorating for cake decorating because I worked at Sam's
Oh, I asked you earlier.
Club, which I was working in the bakery and making decorating cakes and cupcakes and all that.
I have typing bags and I have stuff for cakes, but I haven't really baked in years. Sometimes I think I'm a baker, but I never worked and I never made anything. I watch a couple of videos and I think I'm a cake decorator. So at Christmas time, I get crafty.
Oh, that one right there needs one hook
So
on
I
it.
got all that crap in the kitchen for all that. But
You
it's
know, I
not,
taught myself a lot of what I know, so it's okay.
it's not my thing, but I do. Over the years, I've always done it. I used to make all my kids' clothes sewing. Now I
Mm-hmm.
just sew on paper.
I used to sew all my clothes, and I quilt now, but
Good.
you were talking about how much money I've got, probably over 50,000 alone in just
It's got
fabrics.
one side hook on it though.
I have, I don't know. At the bottom of
Okay,
this
we'll put
table,
that
this is
one,
one of
okay,
them big
so
white tables. The whole bottom is a whole roll of paper.
yeah,
Then there's a shelf over there loaded with paper
well,
and
there's
little
two
things.
that have. It's not
So
on
I
there good.
got enough to craft with. And then I got a box of doodlebug paper over here, a box of my um
I'm
like
teaching
Benedict,
my older son.
all that.
I've taught my older son how to cross stitch, how to knit, how to crochet, and he
I
quilts.
let
He's
her
got mental
do
disabilities and ADHD and the whole 9 yards. But I've taught
I
him how to
used to
do that because he's going to get all my stuff.
back in the day though, we didn't paper craft. That's when you bought you remember
Of
when
course he
Michael's
is.
had those figurines that you paint at Christmas time and
Hmm.
then you buy all the wooden stuff and then you buy all the things and you take your glue gun and you make all the direct decorations for your house and cross stitch and hook rug and
I have
needlepoint,
I have a
all that.
bookshelf full of cross stitch books and a bookshelf full of plastic canvas books, and I've got some Indian bead loom books,
Done eating.
uh,
I
Indian
am
beading books, and loom
down
work
now.
books, and
All I do now is paper craft and crochet. But
now I've
I've
got
been paper crafting for 5 years, but I've been crocheting for 53. So
now I've got tatting books and Battenberg lace books and weaving books and
no, I don't mess with all that.
spinning books. I do it all.
I went and I got all the beads to do everything, and I got a whole three drawers full of beads and everything else. I got all the connections to make connections, and I never made any of that stuff. I buy this stuff
Findings.
here, and
I
that's
have
it.
findings. I do jewelry making, but I also make spangles for my my mom bought me a mini lathe for Christmas so that I can make my own bobbins for Battenberg lace, and I want to put spangles on them to weight them because it's like holding a feather in your hand. They're so light you can't even tell there's any weight in your hand, and you're making knots. And so it helps to have some weight to them. So you add what's called spangles on the end of your bobbins with wire and beads.
So
So I have glass beads and
do
wire
you
and
have a
everything with all the findings.
I don't do any of that anymore. I don't do I and then everybody comes like Liz, my Liz, my friend Liz. I don't think that's her because that's not her name. Liz Crafts and more. She's doing all those punch rugs though, the new ones, the new style with the thing. I'm like, nope, nope, no more rabbit holes for me because I get down all these rabbit holes. I don't know how many things I got in here where I went down that rabbit hole and I just got it there and there and there and I'm not doing it no more. If I
What
can't
were you
find what to do in here, that's it.
What were you saying, John? Or
so
trying to
correct me if I'm
say?
wrong, but so correct me if I'm wrong, but Battenberg lace, you basically lay it out first onto like a saddle, w-
Mm-hmm.
right? And you basically it uses like thousands of pins, and you
Right,
basically go back and forth with your bobbins, tying
right,
knots all the way across it, right? And you got to
right. And you
keep
pin as you
track of your
go.
like I yeah I've seen them done on patterns. So you basically lay your pattern on it first.
Mm-hmm.
You put all your millions of freaking pins into it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how do you keep track of how many knots? How do you keep track of how many knots you're putting in, and how do you keep track of your like I'm gonna say um your curls?
Way they
You got
keep on
Like
You
where do you
just
start and stop at?
you start the top. You have your pins that you're going to remove. You put your pins in first, and you lay your pair of bobbins over each pin, or two usually over each pin, and then the way you work it together makes the knots. But as you come down and then you put your pin in and then close your knot, then you pull your top, your beginning, it's just a temporary pin, you pull that out and tug down on your bobbins to make it tight. But then as you're going down, you
Okay.
for your knots, you do the top part of the knot and then you put your pin in the spot where you're supposed to pin it. You put your pin in there and then you close the knot and then move on to the next one. And you just follow the
Okay.
pattern.
That makes sense. See, because we because we go down these rabbit holes all the time, right? I actually found it like Battenberg lace, and the girl that we saw doing it had at least 12 bobbins running at the same time, and I don't know how she kept track of them all.
Well, because when you lay your, I've had more than that out, but you lay them out in order, and you really have to. You keep track of it, and as you're moving them, you keep track of it. I have seen where they have hundreds of bobbins, and I actually make my own crocheted bobbin holder to put my bobbins into
Yeah,
to keep them from getting tangled when I'm having to
yeah,
set them aside because I'm not going to be working on them for a while. I've already worked through them, and you put them aside, and I have multiples of those where as I'm working through, you take out the next set of bobbins you're working on, and then you work through those, and then you put them back in the bobbin holder and set it aside, and then you pull the next one over and work through. I have seen hundreds and hundreds of bobbins, and you don't
I
keep
don't
track
know
of them all. you
nothing
you keep
about
them in
that.
wow,
groups of 12 or 24 or whatever. You keep them in groups and you put them in a holder. Some people use like a large popsicle stick with an elastic across it on both ends with a V notched out of it or
yeah,
whatever, and a hole where they put elastic in and then put their bobbins in and then stretch it around. uh, and I crochet my own bobbin holders, just a long thing with holes in it, just crochet a couple rows and make a bobbin holder. And that's what I store my bobbins in as I'm working through them. And if I need them off and out of the way, so they don't get tangled that way. And you don't lose track of what bobbins what and where you're at, because it sucks to have to undo it all to go back and figure out where you're at.
yeah.
Yeah, it
Do you have
gets
any
really
examples of what you've
complex.
like stuff like that? Like you done stuff like that?
Yes. Oh, yes. I love stuff like that. That's what I'm working up to.
Wow.
I don't do any of that. You want to
Well,
do that,
that
John?
because that I when I was looking up Irish um Irish stitching, right? Basically.
Now I've tried to do I think it's Armenian uh uh it's a knot.
Oh, right.
It's a knotted
I
stitch
was
kind
looking
of
at.
thing where
I was.
it's a slow stitch thing, and that is like I've tried that and it's like, oh boy, that's out of my head. But you use a needle and thread, sewing thread, and you make beautiful work. But it's like, okay, I'll have to come back to this.
Wait a minute. Now
Well,
I'm
see,
thinking.
because Irish lace, right? And, and when I was looking it up, like it's very confusing, right?
Uh-huh.
But it's very intricate and very detailed,
Yes. Now that is
and it
different
looks
than
so
that Irish
pretty.
lace is different than
But
Battenberg
this is the biggest
lace.
drawback to it. This is the biggest. This is the biggest drawback because it says that this selling price for this piece is
Uh-huh.
$1,500.
Right. Because you just don't understand how much time is put into it. Yeah.
I know, and I'm like, okay, I gotta sell two of these a year. I sell two of these a year, and I can, you know how much yarn I'll have for crocheting then. But it's gonna take at least a year to make one of these.
Well, there are
Right?
some patterns can take 3 to 5 hours to do, like a couple of inches.
Nope, I'm out. I'll be right
Yeah.
back.
But no, like that was gonna be like, that's my starter piece right there. I'm gonna start with that one right there.
That's gorgeous.
As a beginner, that's what I'm gonna start with.
Okay.
Without
Good
knowing how to
luck.
do it, that's what I'm
Good
gonna
luck.
do first.
Good luck. You start with a bookmark.
Because I no. Well, that's
That's
like
not
okay. Hey,
John. John
so
does
when I start
the
crocheting,
intricate ones
they're like,
right off the bat.
Oh, honey, that's like I am
so
too.
when I start
But
crocheting, they're like, John, you start with a washcloth. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not doing a washcloth. I'm doing a blanket. So I'm starting with a blanket first off the bat. I'm not doing a washcloth. And
you know,
then
if you're gonna
it's like
do
I jump.
it, well, now see, it depends upon what you're wanting to make. Something like that that's gonna have a continuous. You're gonna want to make your pillow, which is what you pin into. You put your pattern on and pin into.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I seen
you're
that.
going to need a French pillow. You're going to have to make yourself a French pillow that's going to be wide so that you can do that whole back panel in one set. I mean, but you want it to be continuous. So as you're doing the pillow and as you're getting towards the, as the pillow's rolling over, then you're going to have to unpin so that that comes off and lays at the back of it, but your pillow can keep going and you can just keep going and going and going.
Yeah. See, so this was like my third project, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Nice
I did
work.
a washcloth, started a blanket. So I started a blanket, then I did a washcloth, then I started with this.
Okay, well then you can start with the bookmark, then do a doily, and then go to what you're
Yeah.
wanting to do,
Okay.
because you've got to learn the
Baby
stitches
step.
and how they do, because there's so many. It's unlike crochet and unlike knitting. There are so many different knots and different stitches, and it won't look right if you don't learn your stitches and learn the tensioning. And see, with the bookmarks, I can have hundreds of
Same baby
pins
steps.
in it, but you leave all the outside pins on until you're done with the bookmark, because you can do that on just a flat pillow. Uh, and I make my own pillows too. Uh, I bought one, but I
Okay.
like mine better. Uh, but you can take out all your center ones, but you leave the outside ones. And once you're done with the whole piece, you've got to leave it sit for at least 24 hours to settle. And then you take all the pins
Yeah.
out and take it off. I'm all for you just jumping in gun ho, but you need to learn stitches, and that would be to do a bookmark with different stitches in it, and then do a doily, because you do round things differently than you would do a straight thing. But you
Yeah.
need to learn how to do the round thing too, because if you're doing a top like that, you're going to have curves in the neck, and you've got to know how to get around and work around all those curves and how to finish the ends in. There's certain ways you have to
Uh,
flip your bobbins for
uh,
different knots for the
all
ends.
right, Lon. All right, Lana. Here's a question for you.
Okay.
When I do want to start this, are you willing
Okay.
to help teach me?
I can, sure. I can teach you what I know. I'm still learning. Everything
Okay.
I do, I've taught
Oh yeah.
myself. I'm still learning. I learn something new all the
We're
time. I learn
always
from
learning.
you guys. I learn from other people. I learn from YouTube. They didn't have YouTube when I first started this. They didn't have YouTube when I started tatting. I bought me a book and it was how to knit and crochet and tat. And I wanted to tat so bad, I tried. And I tried. My kids were in like elementary school, and I tried. It took 6 years before that light bulb came on, and it's like, well, you dummy, you're making it more difficult than it is. And I buy books, and I read books, and I read books, and I read what they're saying to do, and I'm looking at pictures, and I'm studying, and that's how I've taught myself to do all of it.
See, I'm more of a visual learner because the thing is like when I first started, everybody's trying to explain to me, and then Connie come on, Nancy come on, and everybody and Jess and everybody just showed me basic stitches,
Well,
right?
yeah,
And I caught on,
right. My
and
older
and
son,
then right at the bat I caught right on, then I just started doing everything else, right?
my older son has disabilities, mental disabilities, and he has PTSD and ADHD, and he is a visual, and he has to. If you can tell him how to do it as you're showing him how to do it, he's got it and he runs with it. If you just try to tell him,
Yeah,
he
that's the
doesn't
way
get
I
it.
am.
If you just try to show him, he doesn't get it. He has to hear and see. Now my son has written over 100 quilt. I mean, he has designed over 100 quilt patterns. He can't write it. He said, now, Mom, you're going to have to write the pattern for me. And it's like, that's fine. You're going to have to help sew it to test it. Because you can't say you don't know how to sew. You know how to
Cool,
sew. But
My older
he writes his
daughter,
own
cool.
patterns.
you can't teach. You can teach my older daughter, but her brain doesn't retain the information.
That
So
was
whatever.
my grandmother. She could crochet, but she couldn't read a pattern.
No,
But
she
she could
can't
look at anything and crochet it. But she wanted to learn to
crochet or
knit.
anything, but she draws and stuff like that. She's I don't know. They call it autistic now, but
She might be on the spectrum.
no, she's over the spectrum. She's 40, and she's still a 15-year-old child.
I have a son who's 46. That's pretty similar.
But her, like when she was little, we knew something was off because we taught her how to count to five. She knew how to count to five. We taught her to count to 10. She couldn't comprehend how to count to five anymore. She didn't know how to do it anymore. So she would, that she just, it doesn't retain. But the kid reads everything. Don't go to bat with her on politics. Don't go to bat with her on anything she's read because she knows what she knows. But as far as the thing is, though, is how people have dyslexics in letters. She doesn't comprehend numbers.
I have grandkids
Yep.
like that.
She doesn't she doesn't comprehend numbers. She can't read a clock. She can't, and we always are afraid of her when she goes to the store because she doesn't know. You could rip her off, she'll never know. She just makes sure she goes with a bigger amount of money so that she can pay for it, and then she gets change. Someone will tell her 15 something and she'll try to hand her $40. But we've got her now. She knows 15 and under 20 is now, so we've got her going like that. So she was never.
My son has no concept of money either. But he knows if somebody's trying to rip him off, but he
He,
doesn't understand.
she doesn't understand. She doesn't.
No, he doesn't either. I'm very familiar with that, and I could show you what I know, John. I can get you started, but like I said, I've got books and I'm learning. I watch a lot of YouTube. I read a lot of books. I study. I love your hat, by the way.
Well,
It's pretty.
thank you. So, but I'm pretty sure that once I start it, I'm pretty sure other people will join in on like okay, just like on my wood
Well,
show. So
and see,
on my
that's
wood
one of
show, we
the
started off as
reasons
just scrollers, and then we had wood turners come in,
that
and
that's what I want to do
go
with
on.
my channel is to teach. I don't have I don't have. Well, no, I don't know,
So
Jessica. I
so
might
on
have
the
something on
that
my channel now. I don't know. I'm like, this is a test. Click. End. I was trying to get on and I ended up somewhere in
I
StreamYard and
could
it was
stream my
It's
video.
channel,
fine.
but I didn't stream my channel.
It
I don't know why, but I didn't.
it's fine because you can always go back. You can always go back and change it to private and see what you did and didn't do. Right.
I don't know what I was doing, but then I said, this is
Like
a
so
mess. And I
so
ended it.
so when I
I don't
started
even
my
know
my,
I
my What If I
left it.
Could channel, doing scroll saw work. So when I started my What If I Could channel doing scroll saw work, um, I was in with Charles quite a bit and Russ Clarity in their panels, talking with them about scroll saws and everything else. And and then so we started talking about designers, the different scroll saws, the different blades, how to use everything. And then when I started my own channel, I had a bunch of friends come over, right? So I had some scroll saws, some wood turners, um, and then people that work with the lathes and the CNCs and then the engravers and everything else, right? So we had a plethora of information and knowledge that we wanted to give out to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is that it was great because you could ask any question related to any machine, and we
Mm-hmm.
had somebody there that could answer the question, and it
Mm-hmm.
was great. And that's what I
Mm-hmm.
want to do with this one as well. So
Mm-hmm.
with this channel, it's basically this is my journey into crochet because it started with the crocheters that started following me because of the woodwork. So on my wood channel, I had a bunch of crafters that started following me, which turned into a bunch of crocheters. And then and then I won some yarn. Jessica sent me some yarn. I bought a Swift. I don't have a winder yet, so I bought a Swift. Jessica sent me some hooks, and they're like, "What are you gonna make first?" I'm like, "I don't even have hooks." And Jessica's like, "I'll send you what you need." Right. So then I got my first set of boy hooks, and then I went down to Michael's. I bought some yarn. I bought some more yarn, and then turned into this yarn collection that I have right now,
Yeah, I don't have very much yarn.
and on the floor.
I don't have a lot of
So
yarn.
it turned into a yarn. It turned into a yarn collection, and then everybody wanted to teach me and help me out to do what I can do. And I progressed quite a ways. I've had people tell me, John, your work is phenomenal from where I started less than a year ago.
Oh, John
Uh-huh.
has way more yarn than I have. I don't have a lot of yarn. I've got enough yarn to crochet, but I don't have what they have. No. But
But
I don't go out
I
and
even
buy.
did a show where I was actually showing somebody how to. I did a show where I was showing somebody how to crochet, and
That's
I'm
awesome.
a newbie at it, right? So
But you teach
yeah,
what
and
you
so
know.
I want to try and yes, but the more knowledge you have, knowledge is power, right? And the thing is,
Mm-hmm.
it is like on my wood channel, I'm not in it for the monetization. I'm not in it for the memberships, the subs. It's nice to have the numbers because then I know I have a following, but I also know that I have people that want to learn
Mm-hmm.
from other people that are in the trades that know knowledge, like you, Lana. You know Battenberg lace. You know um, cross stitch.
Tatting.
You know crochet. You know bind
Tatting,
tatting, right?
knitting.
Jessica
Yeah.
wants to learn tatting, right?
A lot of people want to learn, and that's why they want my channel up and going, and I'm terrified. I can do this. I can do this all day long. But to put
Th-
me
this
out there in
this is all
front,
you do though.
never done that. I've
But
never
this is all
been
you do.
front
But this
and
is all you do.
center. But
Jessica, how do you start your channel?
by myself, I'm scared to death. People are very
Just like
judgmental.
Lana's doing right now
That's why you go on with other
on your
people.
show.
Go on with other people. Get familiar. Get a few people to sub to you, and then when you get comfortable, then you can always put them in the basement and sit there and just they're there. So if you get nervous or anything, you pop them up and they can help. You just gotta wing it.
That's easier said
Like
than done.
when
It's not hard when you're
okay,
with your
so
friends and your friends are there with
when
you.
Well, that might be true.
so when Shaylee Morehouse first started her shows, she was nervous as hell. When Nancy first
Mm.
started her show, she was nervous as hell. Little Treasure by Nancy. So I said, "Well, you're in the chat all the time. Come on the panel." "Oh no, I'm too shy." Jessica, Mishi, come on the show. get rid of your butterfly and just act natural, right? And now look, like Nancy's got a huge following, Shay's got a huge following, Misha's got a huge following, Jessica is starting, but she's getting there, right? And the thing is they basically all started on my show.
Yeah, see, and I'm not worried about numbers. People want to learn and I want to
I know
teach. I used to
I have
teach at
exactly.
Michael's. I've taught at Hobby Lobby. I've taught at Oklahoma Community College. I had one of my class students in one of my classes at Hobby Lobby went to school at Oklahoma Community College in Tulsa and talked to the class coordinator about me. And that class coordinator contacted me and asked me if I would consider coming and teaching there. And so I did. And, I had, after my class was done, I had people in my class that would call me years later. Hey, we need some help. Would you, if we bought your lunch and paid you for your time, would you consider coming on our lunch break and answering our questions and helping us? Absolutely.
I have 1,050 or something subs, but I haven't really done anything in 2 years.
I'm
I'm
not worried about numbers. I'm really not. I mean,
but I'm saying I haven't done anything on my channel. But when I do go on, when I do go live, there's always 100 views.
I would like for people, that's something I want to do before I go is, I've taught old and young. My youngest, I think, was 11 years old. She crocheted, but she wanted to knit, and she knit so tight I couldn't slide her stitches on the knitting needles with both hands. I could not budge them. By the time she got done from the end of the summer going back to school, she had designed her own purse pattern. She was making her best friend, and each section of the purse she was doing in a different knit stitch.
But if I wanted to, way back when, I never was interested in the monetization and I didn't even really care about the numbers. If I wanted to, I would have worked on my channel and I could have done it because I had the subs and I could have did it, but I just wasn't. I
I
didn't. Come next month, I'm gonna start working, and I'm gonna be working a lot. So I've
I
just
just want to
I've just
teach.
been in
I
the
want to
you
pass on what I know.
I've just been in the YouTube streets a lot for the last 2 months because it's downtime.
I don't want this beautiful art. And everything everybody does is beautiful art to me. I don't want the beautiful art to become non existent, to just phase away because nobody's teaching, nobody's doing it. It just fades away. And it's like
Everybody's teaching
Battenberg
a
lace
lot of
almost
it.
died out, tatting almost died out. It's starting to come back, but it takes people saying, hey, you could do this too.
I
Well,
just
like
I don't want to do
it,
tatting or that other thing because I have no what am I going to do with it?
Patience.
My passion is my paper crafts.
I
I
make
love
it and
the
gift
paper,
it.
and I haven't really paper crafted in a year because I had a bad back. Well, now I'm better, and I'm friggin' crocheting, and
The
I
last paper crafting I did, I made uh cards, just kind of basic cards, blank on the inside.
oh
I
I did
made
do I did just make up. I was 2 weeks ago. I had these plans to make cards, so I made up all my cards and I put tops on them. But I've never done anything with them. But if I need a card for something, I got a
what
card.
what I did on the front of the card was I drew out and designed the quilt block, and they're actual quilt blocks. And on the back I wrote the name of the quilt block, so if anybody wanted to actually make that quilt, they could go and look it up from the name of the quilt block. And my dad zentangled on the inside, and then I got the letters and I got the cellophane folders to put them in, and they went into a quilt shop on consignment, and she sold them out
Oh, I
for
don't.
us. And they were just like basic
I make.
cards. You could do thank you cards or thinking of you cards or whatever, but they were.
I just make
I do
just make cards
scrapbooking
for
too.
birthday
I,
and for everything. I sent Jessica. You never ever told me if you got my Christmas card.
you're
What?
muted, Jessica. You're muted.
That was like 100 years ago, though, Bonnie.
There we go.
I know, but I never knew
I
if
did.
she got it.
I did. I
It
did. It's
it
up here.
just came to my brain.
All right, hat number 4 is done.
Ooh, ooh.
But
No,
I'm a very clean crafter. So I'm not one that piles on the stuff and does this. I'm real precise. Like if I put diamond dots on my project, they're going to be even through the whole. I'm just very
you're
everybody
particular. Yes.
they call me a clean crafter.
I'm not a perfectionist, but I strive at perfection. I strive for
Right.
perfection. Lola, honey, you're sliding off my legs.
Oh, I got to do 21. Hey, this is coming out. Look it. This is my feathers. This is the back of the chicken. This is its feathers.
Oh, how cute. I did a chicken like this, and then a little mini chicken that I did out of fabric and made them pin cushions.
I like to make blankets. I made, oh, that's the card I made. See how everything's very clean, very whatever. But it,
Simple.
but it is, but it is, everything's got, I don't, you can't see the diamond dust all over the place. They
It's
are
not
real.
overloaded.
No, it is,
There's room to rest your eyes, and that's yeah.
but it does have, you can't see it, but it's got diamond dust all over it. So it's real sparkly. Oh, you still got it too. And I guess that's known as a clean crafter. But I like when I crochet, I don't like to fool with this stuff. I like to make blankets and stuff like that.
Well, I made my mom a throw. I crocheted her a throw, and I don't have the yarn for projects. I bought this yarn just to do her a throw because she's cold all the time, and it ended up I put 3 pounds of yarn in it. It ended up being 52 by 57 and a half. And from the time I got the yarn in that day, I started it, and it took me a week to make it. And I only worked on it really like 2.5 days, pretty solid. And the other days were just a couple hours here and there.
Oh, it took me 2 weeks to make a throw. But I do doubles every day and I work every day. So when I came home from work and when I got in the mood, I'd work on it for an hour or two every night. Not even
It,
2 hours.
I
But
did one for the very first crocheted Afghan or
I'll
whatever
show
you
you
want to
one
call it. I
blanket.
made my parents. It ended up being a king size, and it was a ripple. Uh, it took
I'll
me
show
two
you
weeks to do that.
I'll show you one. The other ones I mailed off. Or I don't have them because they're mailed in the mail for Christmas.
And see, that's what I do with all my stuff, my Battenberg, my tatting, and everything like that. Is I make and give as gifts. People appreciate handmade gifts more than they do store bought.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely. I agree.
exactly. Like
I know I do. I'd
when I when
rather
I was
have that than
when I was on when I was on my wood channel, I basically my statements was I'm not here to make money. I'm not here to. I don't care if I get monetized. I don't care if you buy memberships. When I do get monetized, I don't care if you send me super chats. Like if you want to, great. I'll appreciate it. Everything I do make is for sale, but most of the stuff I do make is just all giveaways for family and stuff, family and friends. I did have walking customers. I do have customers that did order stuff off of me. But most of the stuff I make is just for myself or giveaways for people.
right. When I lived
This
in
is what
Oklahoma
I made my
City,
Unless
daughter.
people actually want to order something.
when
It
I
took
lived
me
in
2 weeks.
Oklahoma City during the bombing, uh,
You know,
that's beautiful. That's gorgeous. I love the stitch.
I made one in black and white and one in pink and white for both
That's
girls.
pretty.
But
That's pretty.
it took me 2 weeks because I work.
I wished I could. I kind of was forced into retirement. The judge awarded full
Like,
disability, and I cannot work.
Oh, I can't.
Lana, did
I'll
you catch my
never.
wood show on Saturday?
No, I didn't. What's?
Because I was working on this one.
Wait, I can't see it. Hold on.
Oh, how neat! See, I have a jigsaw. I want my grandfather's scroll saw, and I probably will end up with it. Uh, that is so cool.
So it's scroll sawed, double layered, and then I figured out a way to add color to it by melting crayon into it.
Oh, that is neat.
Oh,
I
that's
wondered how
nice.
you got the color in it.
That's nice.
And I mixed the colors to get the ombre effect in it, right?
Yep. Yes. See, I haven't done stuff like that. I took wood shop in high school. I've used a lathe. I've used a bandsaw. I've taken wood shop. I've in art. I did basket weaving. I do leather working. Uh, I make my own soaps. I make body and hand lotions. I make shower gels, bath bombs. I can do all that kind of stuff, and I do that stuff. But I love what you're doing. No, I
See,
didn't, but I'm
and
gonna
like
have to go look for it.
I like I, I like to johnify. I call it johnifying my work so that it's not just plain old wood, right? So like, I'll add it. I'll add an actual hook. I actually crocheted this on the show for the heart,
Mm-hmm.
right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
like my winter shows. Oh well, okay here. So I'm working on this for somebody on the panel. She knows who it is already. So this is going to be a hook holder. It's a three-dimensional hook holder, right? So the frog will actually stand up here.
Oh,
Her name will
nice.
be in the water. The reeds will actually hold the hooks up on the backside.
Oh, how nice.
And let me grab a hook here. Hold on a
What are you
second.
doing?
Because the frog actually will hold your current hook that you're working with.
That is so cool. And she likes frogs. Isn't that cool?
Yeah,
That
I
weird.
think she likes
That
frogs.
is so cool.
That is so weird to
And then
like
It looks like a
frog.
fishing
and then
pole.
in the background behind all the reeds is going to have spots for all the different hooks to go in different angles. So she can put her
Your
steel hooks in
motor's
here and her regular hooks, right?
your motor's on. That is so neat.
I mean, that's weird. Bonnie, you would love to have one of these.
Yep.
Not that. I didn't say that was weird. That's really nice. I said I was taking jabs at Jessica. I was telling her she got it. Frogs are
Oh,
weird. It's weird to like frogs.
My thing are eagles, bald eagles.
I have eagles in my living room, but that's because my daughter's father he had them in his house and he died, so we put them in the
hello,
living.
hello, Helix.
John, is your
How are
wood
you?
channel a different name?
His channel is hooks, whips, and something, and then he's
Yeah.
got another channel that's
Yes, they don't make it easy for you though.
it's something. I know it's something.
So it's something.
Would if
Something.
I could.
There's the hat.
Would if I could.
Gotcha. I'm gonna go.
Nice,
Bless you.
nice. That's nice. Joe.
I'll watch it.
What is
No.
Jessica doing? Is she in somebody else's live talking?
Wait,
Mona is
hey,
live.
Joe,
No,
bring it back. Bring it back,
I'm
Joe.
right
There
here.
you go.
Oh, how
Great job.
Hello.
pretty. Oh, I like that.
Oh, there she is.
That looks warm. Looks thick and warm.
Jessica,
That's
I'm
your
trying
fourth
to
one, right,
watch.
That
Joe?
looks awesome, Jojo.
You're not
Yeah,
nice.
that's my fourth.
Okay.
What,
What's
Bonnie?
this?
So it goes in the pile with the other three.
I'm trying to mess
Cool,
with
cool.
you. But you're not being fun.
Who are you
It
trying to?
gives me-
I
Who are you
was.
trying to mess?
Couldn't hear you.
Always, Jessica.
Always.
Always Jessica.
Always.
Oh, I get it. I'm going up. I didn't understand what I was doing, but now I understand it. I think because it
That's
wants
sweet
me to.
baby girl. John, I'll go look. Thank you for letting me know. I'm interested in seeing what you make. Very much so.
Oh,
I made
I
my
can
own.
show you.
I made my own looms. I thought before I got done hammering in all the nails, I was gonna hammer my head. I don't know what I was thinking, but I made 5 different size looms from trivet to placemat to small welcome mat to a larger but a small rug and then a larger rug. I made my own looms to weave on.
Yep. Cool, cool. Holy cow, look at the time, people. What are you guys doing?
I'm trying to
I'm
figure
getting
out
ready to
how
start
to.
another. I'm getting ready to start another hat. I
I'm
just
trying
picked
to.
up a Mandela called Balance. John, it's got green and pinks in it.
Cool.
I'm trying to figure out how to add shafts to my rigid heddle loom.
Hey, Freya. Okay, so my hat is done. I'm starting my bottom rim now. So I got to do a single crochets all the way around it.
Nice. Bubbles.
It's getting there.
Bubble hat.
How many more rows do you have? Just the one?
Yeah, so I got to do a row of singles, and then I haven't watched the video past that, so I don't even know what's going on with it.
Are you
I
guys
think
following a
there
pattern for
is.
those?
What's that?
Are you following a pattern for those or just making them up?
No, I'm following a video tutorial for it. Okay, I got a single row of crochet, and then there's 2 rows of half doubles on each single. And it looks like there's 2 more rows of doubles past that.
Chop, chop.
So basically five more rows. I'll be finishing tornado, hopefully.
Hopefully.
But are we gonna say goodnight? Yeah, I didn't realize the time.
Are we leaving?
Somebody has to.
Yes.
I gotta work. Gus has to work.
I gotta work.
It's midnight.
You work?
Almost.
You working tomorrow, Bonnie?
No,
I work every day, but it's
Oh, you got tomorrow
what
off.
I want to do.
but I did get my schedule filled up. I have been off a lot. I was off 4 days last week, and I was getting real nervous. But I had a few days off the next couple of weeks. But my people are back, Jack. They started texting me all weekend, so I filled up all my schedule except for one day. But I still have Sunday and Mondays off. So until next weekend comes, I should have Sunday and Monday off the next couple of weeks, but I after March I'm gonna have to lose Monday and just get Sunday. And then I'm gonna have to start doing doubles. But that's okay.
I
Busy,
hated
busy.
doubles when I was a nurse.
I'm not a nurse.
I was a nurse and I hated doubles.
I
Those 16 hours were rough.
I
I
work 12-hour shifts.
I can't I waitressed for a lot of years. Well,
Did that too.
when I was young, I got married and I was a housewife for 13 years. And everybody said, you can't leave your husband, you never worked. I said, watch me. And I started waitressing and I made excellent money. But then I hurt Then I fell and I hurt my arms real bad. So they told me I can't work no more. So I opened up a cleaning business. I don't think like everybody. Everybody thinks claim disability. I never did that. I found something I could do, and so I opened up a cleaning business and I clean houses now.
My problem is I have a permanent weight restriction, and I lost 52.5% use of my dominant arm and range of motion.
My arms are real bad. My I lost the muscles in my arms. I can't pick up anything above my head. Like if I go to put a plate in the cabinet, I can't put two or three plates in. I can only put one at a time. I can't put two bowls away. I could put one bowl away, but I can lift this way. So that's I carry myself stuff this way, but I can't just lift things above me. I can't do that anymore. Those days are over.
I can't even wash my hair without using my left hand to raise my right hand up and propping my elbow on the shower wall to wash my hair.
Um, I'm not. Hey, Adele, we're leaving, and she come out of the trees.
It's not that mine's worse. It's just different.
No, I'm not. I'm not comparing notes. I'm just saying
No, it's not mine's worse. It's just different than yours. But I do get a little bit of what you're saying, because if I'm going to go up, I have to do it with my left hand. I can't do it with my right.
if I go up, I can lift up, but I need this hand to push it. But then this hand gets to this far, and it won't lift it the rest of the way.
Okay.
All right,
I gotta
everybody.
go to bed, guys. I love you all. Yeah, I've got to go.
Night, everyone.
John,
We
I'm
are
going to go
on.
watch you.
Yeah.
I'm going to go watch you.
Well, go check us out tomorrow too, as well.